Hello and welcome to the hodlCoin tutorial. This is QX and representing the Ergo blockchain. If you are new to the Ergo blockchain, we are a proof of work blockchain, which grants its security via mining as opposed to proof of stake via staking. Please head to our website, ergoplatform.org, and head down to the bottom. You'll see all our socials, very active community. Jump in, you'll see. Happy to answer any questions there. All right, let's dive in. So what is hodlCoin? So hodlCoin idea was kind of brought up during one of the Ergo hack, I think it was Ergo hack 6, I believe, recently, and implemented right during the Ergo hack and opened up right at the end with the tutorial video that they had put out explaining their project. So in short, hodlCoin is a method to reward the person that holds the longest without exiting the platform, the program. And how does this happen? All right, let's go to the actual web page. So, like a lot of things on Ergo, everything is kind of built and self-sustained on-chain in a contract. So that means that multiple people can write multiple front ends for interacting with these smart contracts. As you can see here, there are two pathways into hodlerg at the moment. There's Phoenix and there's hodlCoin. We will focus on the hodlCoin site first, the original one that came out, for this purposes of this tutorial. All right, so you can see already we have 97,000 or so hodlErg 3s in circulation that have been minted. We have about 101 ergs in the reserve backing that up. And you're wondering why they're not the same, perhaps. Okay, so that was the same at the start of the game. When you entered the game, you could pay 1 erg for 1 hodlErg. And that was true until people started exiting the hodlErg game. When you exit the hodlErg game, you are charged a 3% fee. And that's why it's called hodlErg 3. There's a hodlErg 10, I think, in development going around, which is a little more hardcore. So every time you burn hodlErg 3 after minting it, you get that 3% fee. Where does that go? Well, that goes right back into the reserve to reward people that are holding longer than you. Okay? So as you can see, the current price of erg to hodlCoin, hodlErg, is 1.035285 erg will get you 1 hodlCoin. So that means we're already entering at that 3% loss. All right? So how do you do this? Well, it's very simple. Let's mint. I'll connect my wallet first. Upper right, we connect wallet. Choose Nautilus. We choose one of your wallets that you have. Once we're connected, it'll show you how many hodlErgs you currently have in your wallet if you want to burn them. But we're going to mint them first. So first off, we'll mint 5 hodlErgs. And you can see that it's going to cost us 5.177925 ergs because of that fee from people exiting, raising the price of entrance. So we're going to hit mint hodlErg 3. We're going to see that Nautilus is telling us we're going to get 5 hodlErg. We're going to spend 5 erg, and we're sending to this contract right there. And it has some code there for us if we want to read that in. So let's type in our password. Spending password typed in, and it also gives us a chance to see the transaction in Explorer. So very briefly here, you'll get that if you don't refresh because it takes a second for mempool to refresh. You'll see the transaction is in the Ergo Explorer. It's unconfirmed, so it's in the mempool right now. As some of you may have heard, Ergo is looking at something called weak blocks, which after 20 seconds would give this a weak confirmation, which might be suitable for you to continue on, or whoever runs hodlErg to continue on with that kind of transaction. Trusting that. So that's in the works, but for now, we have about a 2-minute average block time until this shows confirmed, and at that point we should have our hodlErgs in our wallet. Since we've already done this before and I already have the hodlErgs, I'm going to show you what it takes to burn it. So remember, it was 5.17 something to mint 5 hodlErgs. Now that we have 5 hodlErgs, let's see what happens when we burn them. We are only going to get 5.00410297.5 ergs. So that's a little bit less than we entered with. If we had held this for a while, and if we're the last holders, you can do the calculations, but massive amount of return here if you hold very, very far into the end and everybody else exits. So let's hit burn hodlErg 3. Same thing, it's telling us we're going to get 5.004 erg, we're burning 5 hodl erg. Same thing, we'll open an Explorer and we'll see that our transaction is in the mempool. And once that is, we should get our erg back and we've burned the hodl erg 3. Now, the cool thing about this game is it's not just based on how long you're going to hold as far as that goes. It's not just a tactic to outlast somebody. The tactics also lie within how you communicate in and edge along the community as well. So you'll see if you jump in the hodlCoin chats, every once in a while you'll see somebody come in saying something like, oh, the contract's been leaked, or the contract found a bug in it, and you guys need to exit hodlCoin immediately, or else, you know, you're going to get drained, that kind of thing. So the competition and the fun camaraderie, I guess, comes more than just minting and burning hodl. It comes with and trying to edge people out or holding off as you see the price of erg increase and increase. Maybe you want to spend that erg on something else, so you exit there. All that kind of thing. So you could bring juicy offers to the chat and say, hey guys, here's, you know, a great thing to pump your erg into. You better exit hodl erg and all that kind of stuff. So that's hodl. Super fun degen finance kind of thing on Ergo. Smart contracts have been audited by several people in the ecosystem, and as you can see, there's about almost $100,000 of locked hodl ergs or locked ergs over here. So very cool. I suggest you give it a try and ping us in chat if you have any questions. Ciao.